Happy Halloween, everyone! Even though by the time you watch this, it probably won't be Halloween anymore. Unless you're watching this in the future, which is awesome. But yes, again, it is once again Halloween, one of my favorite holidays. Even though a lot of us go through the age where we think it's stupid once we're in our teen years, we soon again get back into it. And what do you know, I'm getting into this stuff again because Halloween is pretty good. It's pretty cool. I mean, you get to go around, dress up as characters, and then no one will go and laugh at you for it. On any other day, even if you're at a con, people will go like, loser. But on this day, people don't care. You can dress up as anyone as you want. Unless you're a white girl and you're dressing up as Princess Moana, then you're a racist. But with that aside, it's Halloween and I'm glad. And I thought I'd make a little video just based on things about my memories on Halloween and what I like doing and all that, because it's just pretty much kind of cool to go and just to talk about these things and just share them and then see people share their memories and then see what their Halloweens were like. Were they good? Were they bad? And all that. So, as you can see, I'm dressed up as Grunkle Stan from Gravity Falls. And it isn't perfect. We weren't able to get the fez. My mom made the hat and she just couldn't get it all the way, so I look like more someone from the Islamic State or something rather than a Freemason or anything like that, but I still think it's pretty good. The tie could be a little bit better. I couldn't get it all the way. Yeah. It's not a really good tie, but I have this, that, those. So, and I also put some stuff on my face to look like a beard because I was stupid a few days ago and shaved, so I don't know why I did that. But I thought I'd just go around and share some of my favorite things about what I did for Halloween and what I like doing. So, let's go ahead and talk about all the costumes I had over the years. So, 2 years in a row actually, when I was 4 and 5, I was Barney the dinosaur. Don't like to look back on that one too much, but it was back when Barney was very popular. You saw him everywhere. I mean, even if someone was in a bad Barney costume, I'd be like, Barney! And then go up and hug them. But I was Barney for a couple years and just looking back on it, was just, I should have picked something else, but I was a toddler. What was I going to do? It was Barney, but they were okay costumes, I guess, but still, I probably should pick something better. And I did the year after. When I was in kindergarten, I was Sheriff Woody from Toy Story. That was back when the first Toy Story was still pretty new, and when I just thought the movie was really good, and I still think it's good anyway, and I think I actually still have a part of the costume somewhere around here, but other than that, it was a really good costume, and my mom just thought we were completely adorable, because my brother was also Sheriff Woody, but it was a really cool costume. We even had the little thing on the back of his back, the pull string, so I liked that costume a lot, and Woody's still one of my favorite characters, so that was a costume I really liked. The year after that, I was a dog. Just a plain, regular, old, everyday, everything you see dog. And I think it was a pretty good costume. My mom made it. She got all this fur-like stuff all over it, and then when it had a little dog mask, I thought it was pretty cool, and I gotta say, I was kind of adorable. I thought it was a really good Halloween costume, and I still like it. And a few years back, I actually found it in the basement while I was searching for something. I was like, holy crap, I still have it? Whoa. And I was just amazed by how small I used to be. I was like, did I wear this when I was a baby or when I was in first grade? It's just, you really can't believe how small you are when at that age, and then to see how big you are now, it amazes you when you just compare the clothes you wore back then. So that was a pretty good costume I had. It's probably pretty close to one of my favorites, but not quite. Then the year after that, I was Charmander from Pokemon. Well, technically, Charmeleon, but I pretended I was Charmander because they were out of Charmander costumes, so I just went as Charmeleon and pretended I was Charmander. That was back when Pokemon was just at the height of its popularity. Everyone was Pokemon. I remember seeing a bunch of Ashes that year, Pikachus, Jigglypuffs, all of that. It was insane back then. You still do see Pokemon costumes today, but back then it was just like the Frozen of today, so it was really cool like that. But I mean, if I was actually Charmander, it probably would have been better, but still, it was a fun costume. I remember putting it on a lot before Halloween and running around the house pretending I was Charmander, going like, Charmander! And doing flamethrower and all that. That was fun, but it was a pretty good costume. Then the year after that, I was Dexter from Dexter's Laboratory. That show is still really good. I still look like, looking back and look at it, it was a really good cartoon, and I had the jacket, the gloves, the glasses. It was a really cool costume, and my mom wanted me to go and dye my hair in orange. I was like, no way, I'm not doing that. People would make fun of me. So I'm glad I didn't do that, I think, but it was still a pretty good costume. I liked it a lot. I think it was probably one of the more unique costumes I had at the time. I didn't, because it was pretty much just it was a character, but just from a bunch of home items, so it was still a costume I really liked a lot. Then the year after that, I was Link from The Legend of Zelda. This was probably my favorite costume because it was just really cool. I had the hat, the tunic, and then the sword and everything. It was a costume I really liked a lot. It was great, and the one bad thing about it was that a lot of older people thought I was Peter Pan. I mean, I guess I can understand them play The Legend of Zelda, but does Peter Pan going around swinging a sword? No, he has a knife. Link has a sword, and Peter Pan's hat goes straight up. Link goes like this. I wasn't freaking Peter Pan. It freaking annoyed me, but you know, I understand. Older people, they never played The Legend of Zelda pretty much, so I do understand why they thought I was Peter Pan instead of Link. Even though Link could kick Peter Pan's ass. But that was definitely one of my favorite costumes. I freaking loved it, and even after Halloween was over, I still wore it for a while because I just liked it so much. I pretty much wore it up until the point where I outgrew it and couldn't wear it anymore, so it was a costume I really liked a lot. The year after that, I was Goku from Dragon Ball Z. Now, this costume wasn't homemade, unlike the other couple. This one was just bought at a store because it would be a little bit harder to make with all the ties and then the symbol and all that, so. But it was still a really cool costume I liked a lot. My brother was also Vegeta that year, so we were pretty much just going like, at each other all the time, going Super Saiyan. It was a pretty good costume, and I did really like it a lot. Not my favorite, but it was still a pretty good one. Then we get to the very last years of my trick-or-treating around middle school and very early high school, so let's see, and this is when I was pretty much stopped being characters and I was just generic monsters and all that, so let's see, in 6th grade I was a ninja, in 7th grade I was a ghost, then I think I was just a different ghost the next year again, or maybe I was a demon, then I was a demon again the next year, some kind of different demon. So the last couple years I got more lazy because I was kind of getting out of the trick-or-treating age. At that point I didn't really care as much because when I was a kid I liked getting the candy and I liked dressing up. When I was a teenager, all I cared about was the candy, that's all. But at this point, by the time I was just a teenager, I just didn't really care that much anymore, and by the time I was in 9th grade, that was my last year, and I was done with trick-or-treating. Just had to go and let it to the new generation of kids. It was their turn. I mean, it was sad to let it go, but you gotta grow up at one point. But trick-or-treating, it was a lot of fun. I had a ton of fun just going around getting candy, going on those costumes, seeing my friends in their costumes. It was really fun. So, let's see. And then Another cool thing was also going to school, because we would get to wear our costumes there at times. So every year, if we were going on Halloween or a few days before, we would get to wear our costumes. So that I also really liked. For the life of me, I can't remember anything my friends wore. Just, I could probably remember a few. I remember my friend Ryan back in 2nd grade was Ash Ketchum. That I remember. I think one of my friends in 5th grade was also a Dragon Ball Z character, I think. I don't remember, it was just so long ago. I can't remember for the life of me what any of them were. So, but I do think it was a lot more fun because back then there were no finals, no tests. You got to go to school, eat candy, eat treats, dress up. It was a whole lot better. I'm pretty sure schools do still that kind of stuff today. I'm not sure 100% how they operate on it, but still, it was a lot of fun because we got to go in a little parade and just show all the parents our costumes. It was a lot of fun. Then what's Halloween without watching horror movies? I mean, there's The Sixth Sense, The Ring, The Shining, and The Shining is one of my favorite movies of all time. Even as a kid, I enjoyed The Shining. I mean, yeah, it had a few scary scenes like the little twin girls, but even as a kid, it never really scared me that much. I was just like, really? People are really scared in this movie? Okay. But watching horror movies, it is always great to go and watch them, and also go and see the Halloween episodes that almost never air on TV during the year, like for SpongeBob and Rugrats and Are You Afraid of the Dark? Even though Are You Afraid of the Dark never airs on regular Nickelodeon anymore. Even though I would like to see a revival of that. I'm pretty sure if they got the power to do it, they could make a much better version than even the original, because they could probably make it a little bit darker and make it towards our audience, so they can put on maybe Teen Nick, or maybe if they just still want to go towards the Nickelodeon audience, they can still probably make a pretty good one. So yeah, just pretty much all that, just all the good movies that are on in Halloween Town. I mean, it's a good movie, even though it's really dorky. So that's pretty much just, I guess, all I have to say for this video. I just wanted to go and get some of my little favorite memories on Halloween down, because it is just a holiday that when you're a kid, you really enjoy it. You get to go out and dress up and get all the candy from these strangers you don't even know, and then people are going to go say, oh, you can't eat that, there's some stuff in it. And then you're just like, yeah. And then you eat it anyway because you don't care. So, Halloween is, I still do technically enjoy it. I mean, because the older I got, after I was a teenager, I just started looking at it more. I was like, hey, this is a pretty good holiday. Why didn't I dress up more when I was a teenager? But now I am getting a lot more into it, and it's just, I'm happy to see it still going around. I mean, you're always going to have people going around saying it's evil, or oh, you can't dress up as this character because it's racist or sexist or anything like that, and you're just like, shut up, okay? Just let the kids have their fun, okay? Let them dress up as whatever the hell they want to. You're going around ruining their Halloween because you're offended by this, even though there's nothing to be offended by. Frick people. They have to go and ruin everything, but so that's all I really have to say on this. Any good or bad memories I can really think of? Oh well, and there's also this, back when I was a kid, there was also this really good house that always had this really good Halloween stuff. I mean, they had everything up, and when it was Christmas, they also had some really good Christmas stuff. Every year my mom would take me there and see what the stuff looked like. It was a lot of fun, but unfortunately, they moved one day and we never saw them again. But still, it was a lot of really good stuff. Really can't think of any bad Halloween memories. I mean, we shouldn't really have any bad Halloween memories. Most of our Halloween memories should be good because we're getting candy. Hopefully none of you have ever bitten into something that had a razor in it, or poison, or maybe you almost got kidnapped or something. Hopefully none of that stuff has ever happened to you, and if it does, I'm sorry that you had a tragic Halloween back when you were a child. Luckily, I didn't. So, that's all I really had to say for this. thinking it went a little bit longer than I want to, and pretty soon, trick or treaters will probably here pretty soon. It's getting a little dark. It's almost 6, so should probably go ahead and head in this video before they get here. So, what are your favorite Halloween memories? What are your favorite movies and anything like that? Your worst memories? What was your favorite costume as a kid? Your friends' costumes? Everything like that. Leave it in the comment box below. And I hope you have a happy Halloween. Take care.